Okay, so here's my update for optimizing sleep day one because I don't really want my brand associated, like my personal online presence associated with like trying to stop smoking weed or stop taking Adderall. Like, I can make an ADHD course on my research on ADHD. I can make a course on my research on addiction, but it's just not really like a problem I have. I realized over the course of basically smoking weed and taking Adderall like 3 times over the last month or so, and prescription for Adderall as well. It's just keeping myself sleeping. So I'm going to focus on what I'm doing to sleep, which does consist of not smoking weed, taking Adderall strategically, taking CBD oil strategically, taking paracetam, taking caffeine, being on the lion diet, exercising, going for walks every morning, meditating every day, taking trace minerals, taking omegas from fish eggs. I started eating fish eggs recently. And yeah, I'm just going to focus on that more because optimizing sleep is very important. But in addition to doing that, through this video series, I also want to bring you guys into my life. Like, I feel like this is like The Martian. It's like Captain's log, and I'm reporting what's going on. So I slept well last night, probably from the fish eggs and liver and meat. Had liver this morning again, like raw liver, just minced it up, tossed that down. I'm thinking of also doing a. I don't know. I mean, I'll go through all of this business stuff as well because this is part of my business, but it's sort of YouTube sort of transcends business because if I just make YouTube about business, it becomes boring for me. I'm trying to get an objective accomplished. Like I'm trying to like sell you something. If I'm trying to sell you something, like I did this with a webinar. I was like trying to sell the webinar through YouTube, and it's just not my style. Like ultimately, I think that other platforms could be better for selling in that manner. I think that YouTube is really good for communication of vision. I really want to communicate my vision in the most diverse way with the most number of people. That's one of the reasons I make so many videos, is because it's like, well, what is my channel really about? It's about me optimizing my own health. So every video I release every day is partially about my own health. Like, how am I doing? How am I getting on fixing this insomnia? I'm documenting that. But it's not a documentary, it's every day. So you get to check in with me every day and you get to see, like, okay, like, this is what he did today. This is how it worked for him. This is what he did today. This is how it's working. You get to see the progression of that over years. I can also make courses. I have an insomnia course down below that is awesome. This is a course that I was trying to sell via webinar well over a year ago before I got into the supplement game. And well, I've been in the supplement game forever before I just started trying to sell supplements. Not trying, before I started making my supplements available for sale, because do or do not, there is no try ultimately. Before I started making my supplements available for sale via the internet. So that's another aspect to YouTube, is YouTube can generate attention, which could generate sales. I'm looking at Kickstarter recently. YouTube could generate attention that could generate people who go check out my Kickstarter. Just people checking it out could boost the SEO when I eventually do a Kickstarter. That it could also get people from carnivore groups. They have lots of questions. I'm gonna make a carnivore course, and then people can come to my YouTube channel for that. People can come to my YouTube channel for whole bunches of reasons. So ultimately, I could use YouTube. Like, one thing I thought about using YouTube for is creating a carnivore course, and then over the next 6 months, as part of an organic marketing strategy, to market the supplements. Because, well, why not just list them on Amazon? Forget about it. Well, what I realized is Amazon. So I started making supplements, and made a bunch of supplements. Very happy with my ability to make supplements now. Now I'm fine. Like, my sleep is coming back because I have the supplements that I need, which was a lot of the purpose of this, was for me to establish my own manufacturing capabilities for all these supplements so that I could just meet my own needs and now make them available to other people. Well, which other people? Well, probably people who are on the elimination diet, on the carnivore diet, who really care about not having those additives and binders and fillers and cellulose and monocrystalline cellulose. and all this stuff that's going to cause them to have a reaction. They don't want that in the supplements, but they understand the value of taking something like B vitamins for boosting long-term metabolism, energy, caffeine pills. Like you want caffeine, but you don't want the crash. You don't want the energy drinks. You want tyrosine. Tyrosine enhances the effects of caffeine. You want salt to enhance athletic performance. You want sleep minerals so you can sleep well throughout the night. You want melatonin so you can sleep well throughout the night. You want theobromine so you can have a stimulant effect that's different from caffeine. You want theanine to help your brain relax. You want magnesium so you don't get cramps. You want calcium carbonate so you don't get cramps as well. You want like snake juice is one I haven't developed yet, but I can make snake juice. Like I make it for myself, but I just haven't made that commercially available yet. But I can make videos even on educating people on how to make that themselves. I'm also going to make that available soon too. I take vitamin D. I don't make that available yet because I just haven't got the sourcing right for vitamin D at this point in time. So that's something I'm working on as well. So then there's also making my own hair gel for a number of years. I also have been using beef tallow lotions and magnesium lotions. So I'm looking at these. I'm like, since Amazon requires that I be certified under, so Amazon basically, like my supplements are FDA compliant, which means I can sell them without being like worried about people suing me to death because they're all FDA compliant. So it's like I'm not going to throw in jail. It's all legal. It's all legal to be sold over the internet. But Amazon has additional requirements they just put in place in 2024, and they just started enforcing the past few months using AI, where you need to have your supplements certified, like certifiably made in a facility that is certified by one of like 4 companies. It's like Eurofins, NSF. There's some other way of getting certified, but it's a much more expensive requirement than just FDA CGMP certification and like being compliant with that. It's a much higher level of, which is I think are like largely meant to keep people from getting into the Amazon market as much like they want, and also protect their own liability probably. So that's going to be a huge challenge because now, in order for me to get the supplement line that I have made compliant for Amazon, because I post them up, they'll be taken down within a few months. So I already posted up sleep minerals and melatonin; those have already been taken down. I think my account's been paused because we haven't been really doing anything with Amazon, but those I think are going to get taken down even off my paused account in October because I don't have any of the numbers they need from the manufacturing plants that I didn't use because I used a different manufacturing method because I'm not going through these giant companies because it would have been way more expensive for me to batch make the supplements I've already made. So, and that's kind of the problem of being a small batch manufacturer is that they can require something like this, which is just like they're basically requiring that I become a certified pharmaceutical company in order to sell on Amazon. You have to be like a certified pharmaceutical company. And I think so. I need a permanent facility. I don't have a permanent facility yet. I used a temporary facility to batch manufacture those supplements. So to get them certified, I need a permanent facility. That's going to cost money. So I'm looking into how I can create a permanent facility for as inexpensive as possible that would be able to get certified on Amazon. But in the meantime, I also have these supplements. So I'm like, okay, if I can sell them on Amazon, great. Then I can move forward. If I can't sell them on Amazon or they get taken down off Amazon, I still want access to Amazon's marketplace. So I'm going to make these personal care products that I've been developing on the side for a while, and some that I can just easily develop because I've made like the hair gel I've made is super complicated, and I have a lot of experience working with these types of substances, so it's just very easy for me to make these personal care products. But make them to a very, very high level, and I want to document how I do this on YouTube for posterity's sake as well. So there's a lot of moving pieces to this. It's like I could just go list the supplements and they could sell easily on eBay. They could sell on Shop. They could sell on the Shopify. They could sell through organic marketing strategy using Facebook groups where I find people who are on the carnivore diet and simply just educate them. I could put articles out on my own website where I educate people who are on the carnivore diet on how supplements work and why supplements could cause them to I'll write that down. Create articles for carnivores. They can find me on Google and know why supplements can help and what the symptoms are and what to do about it. So I've got like over 40 grand. I have to calculate out exactly, but around 40 grand, give or take 15 grand in inventory right now of supplements. And this is awesome because this is like good money. Like if I can sell these without, like I sell these immediately on Amazon, then I'm like, okay, Amazon's just a great platform to sell these on. No worry, I go place a large order with one of these manufacturers, but I have to make sure that the manufacturer I'm using is compliant to my standards as well, because I don't want any cross contamination or binders or fillers. Now I don't know if they can. I mean, they could probably drop my pen, make the supplements that I need, but I don't know. I have to go find that and really do that and make that cost effective so I can keep my supplements at the same price. And I want to make them as affordable as possible. I mean, ultimately, my goal is the highest quality at the lowest price and continuing to make more and better products cheaper and cheaper. And just Ford's playbook. I'm a huge admirer of Henry Ford. Got his biography right there. So that's ultimately my goal. I believe in Ford's playbook very, very, very strongly. And, excuse me. I believe my supplement line. I believe in my health theories. I mean, they're proven. Like these are proven health theories. I believe in the results I got for myself. I believe in the results that other people have gotten. I want to make that. Like, I want to make the best supplements in the world. I believe I can uniquely make the best supplements in the world, make the best personal care products in the world, make the best healthcare company in the world. Like health company that serves people's health, fitness, and high performance. I believe I can really change the world in that regard. I may get into food at some point. I may get into manufacturing my own food from farm to table, I guess, to make meat more affordable for people, like ribeye, fatty meat, like highest quality meat, cheapest possible price. Just anything that I consume in mass that I can't get away from consuming. I'm like, I want to make this available to other people. So supplements, at some point cows, raw milk, all of this stuff. Education, educational material, maybe even homeschooling systems. Like just, that's kind of like different though. But for this company specifically, supplement company, I want to make the highest quality supplements, guaranteed no impurities forever and ever, and then just continue optimizing healthcare solutions, studying healthcare solutions that are supplement based, nutritionally based, and not based in treatments that have more side effects, least side effect based treatments possible. Because I mean, I take these supplements, I can't get around taking these supplements, so I'm like, these are really helpful. At some point, if I get enough money, the supplement company, I get into lobbying to make paracetam legal, just to purchase like a supplement powder, because I found tremendous benefit from paracetam as well for helping me regain my sleep. I mean, that's really like, it's a really big project. I don't know how long this project to really optimize this is going to take me. Like, this could be a lifetime ultimately to really crack the secrets of health, fitness, and high performance and make the best sources of food, nutrition, and healing for people on the planet. Like, really just like in-house saunas, like make my own line of gyms where people can like come and use sauna, steam room, cold plunge. It's exactly what they need. That's the only thing I go to the gym for, is sauna, steam room, cold plunge. So I want to make those solutions available to people as well. I want to make ultimately probably my own, just, I don't know, continue like living my life as best I can, and then making the things that I use to be healthy, fit, and high performing available to other people as at the highest quality for the lowest possible price, the most consistently, and then using that to create more jobs, and then use those jobs to find incredibly talented individuals and then pay them as much money as I possibly can to go and do high talent creative things, also have your batch of like unskilled labor simply working in the factories, but pay them very well too, so they're just like super enthusiastic to come into work, and just continue to run Ford's playbook to ultimately at the end of the day, I could end up employing so many people that I actually serve as a financier to help them buy homes, so that I can undercut the banks on mortgage rates because they're employees of mine. I'm selling them homes that I own. I can act as the bank. So I can get around corporate banking laws, and then because there's a ton of money in banks and housing. They get into housing. I get into making housing that has air filters, no mold guaranteed in your home, like systems that prevent mold, systems like water softening systems at less expensive rate, reverse osmosis water filter systems, like basically like a biohacking house with like red light therapy, sauna, steam room, cold plunge built in it, like self-maintaining. I could like create my own line of appliances that don't have forever chemicals in them. There's really no end to it. Like, there's ultimately no end to what I could do with this idea, because there's forever chemicals. I use an air fryer every day. There's forever chemicals in that. I could make something to do with that as well. I can make enzymes. I can make probiotics. I can make, at the end of the day, like, I could also start like investigating tech. My brother's a mechanic, who I partner with, is a mechanical engineer. I'd also wouldn't be opposed to investigating tech, making, just really like figuring out like how do I optimize the human experience of life. Like, really, I don't know. I don't think I could ever run out of ideas. Like, I think that I'm going to run out of lifespan long before I run out of ideas. And if I somehow manage to stay healthy long enough to be like in like my 90s, 120, and I'm still just creating new business ideas, that itself will be a business idea. Because they'd be like, look at how I stayed healthy to this age. And they can investigate the things that help me stay healthy. Write books on that, documentaries, movies. I would even get into movies and try and make movies to inspire the next generation if I just had like so much money. And I'm like, okay, like I'm basically, let's say like I'm Mr. Beast, and let's say like I'm like I have Feastables in every store, like my own better version of Feastables in every store. I have my own line of grocery stores. I have like my own line of gyms. Like, I would just start making movies to inspire people, documentaries on health, like just putting the information out there. Like, I really don't see a limit to this. So, given that I have so many ideas, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to optimize my sleep, and I'm also going to sell the supplements that I've made, but I'm also going to make personal care products so I can list those on Amazon, so I can still access Amazon even if my supplements get taken down. If I'm still at a point where my supplements haven't sold by the time they've been taken down, I haven't sold them across any other platform, the personal care products up, that can generate me another source of income, and then I can keep on scaling the personal care products on Amazon while using that to generate leads for supplements. And then basically, I'm just trying to get to the point, and I don't know exactly how much money. It could take me $200,000, could take me $1 million. I don't really know. I want to do it for as inexpensively as possible, but I need a factory to make these supplements compliant, because I'm certain that if I can keep these supplements up on Amazon, they're just going to sell because these are just the best supplements. And then if these start selling, I can use that to fund the creation of vitamin D. I can use that to fund the creation of like liver complex. I can fund the creation of enzyme like capsules, of probiotic capsules that I make like really high end to help people adapt to the carnivore diet with the least amount of disruption to your gut microbiome. I can make like I want to make like the highest level probiotics on the market, because like gut bacteria is so insanely important. I want to make these things so potent, you just take them and you're just like, oh, this is like life changing. Like, carnivore is life changing for me. You can watch my videos, I'm not on carnivore. Watch my videos, I'm on carnivore. I'm like the living dead, and now I'm like the world ender, and I'm back from the dead. It's like night and day. Like, that's the effect I want to have on people, is this night and day transformation. And the supplements I have out now can help with that transformation. They're helping me with that transformation. So I know that they are, and I've got tons of experience with supplements and neuroscience, so I know that this is like the core base of what people should be taking. So I'm confident to just sell them and just have the whole line out, because I know that people are going to take them, but it's about funding. It's about like getting funding, doing this in the most effective way possible. I don't have access to tons of crazy funding, but maybe I could get access to that so I can like I'm structuring the business in such a way that as it grows, my access to funding grows. I can um, make the business very presentable. Like basically, what I'm going to be doing over the next few months is TikTok sales, Instagram sales through branding, listing these on eBay, trying to get search engine optimized through like Medium, through articles I'm going to write, link to weektowarrior.com, and just see like how I can sell these things without Amazon. Once I have the personal care products up on Amazon, or I understand how Amazon would go a little more, list them on Amazon. Maybe do that sooner, maybe do that later, but at least have some way of driving traffic to Amazon going more deliberately to test that out, because I'm also testing organic marketing strategies. Have that up to test, drive traffic to Amazon, see if I can sell them, if I can't sell them, or if I do sell them. Because either way, it really still comes down to a question of I need to the tune of like 6 to 7 figures to start manufacturing at scale. And for personal care products, I could probably get manufacturing going for 5 figures, like low to high 5 figures. I mean, it's just 5 figures versus 6 to 7 figures for the pharmaceutical company, basically necessary to sell on Amazon. Don't know if I need that, want to test if I need that. If I do need that, then I can do a Kickstarter campaign for that. If I don't need that and I can get it going less expensively, I can use Kickstarter to launch the God Engine book that I'm going to write at the same time, just to get the ideas out there more, because I'm really focusing on the impact of the ideas and the impact of all the different mediums I can use for leverage to convey ideas. So there's Kickstarter in there. There's a whole bunch of different moving pieces. For Kickstarter, I'm studying Kickstarter to see how I should approach Kickstarter, because I don't just want to like run in, but I think I'll just approach it very honestly. Just like, this is my vision, this is what I've made, these are the reward tiers, this is like what I need to get manufacturing going on the scale I need. But I need to also know that too, because I probably need to call these companies up and figure out exactly how I get certified before I even start buying that stuff, because like I can't afford to waste money. So this is just an interesting position that I'm in as a company owner. So I've created as many different ways for this to work as possible, with as many different methods of outreach without relying on ad spend, because ad spend just drains your resources. And if I can get by with search engine optimization and by providing what people are already looking for without ad spend, then all the better. So I'm testing out all these different ideas, and then for stage 2, I can adapt on those ideas, continue allowing the work I've done in stage 1 to sink in, generate interest in the products that are always going to be available, and then I can, using that information, create an optimized Kickstarter campaign to kind of provide a little jump to this whole process, because that would save the need of me having to sell enough, or like maybe I could go to the bank, I could get a loan. I mean, there's a lot of different things I can do. I'm just looking at all these pieces, and Kickstarter is something, so I'm like, this is a very aspirational type project. I think it would really appeal to people on Kickstarter. If Kickstarter works, Kickstarter works. I mean, there's a lot of different ways of doing it, because it's all crowdfunding, but Kickstarter could have the people on the app using the app that would want that product. And that's basically like, maybe I can reach them for free on Kickstarter, whereas it would cost me tons of money and not be very effective to reach them other places. And that's really what this whole process is about figuring this out, so that I can actually scale my business slowly but surely over time to solve the problem of people needing supplements without additives, fillers, and all these things that trigger me and prevent me from getting healthy while still getting the benefit of the supplement. Because people think supplements don't work, so they take supplements, and they're like, I feel kind of better, but I feel kind of worse. The supplements work. It's just that there's toxic stuff in them, and I'd realized this. I just kept on reducing and finding pure and pure supplements until I was like, I can't find supplements pure enough, but I know that by finding pure and pure supplements, I get the benefits without the drawbacks of the supplements. I've been capping my own magnesium glycinate for ages, but a lot of my persistent gut issues have been from the fact that I just didn't have pure enough supplements. So, again, I use hair gel that had fragrance and stuff. So I'm just like, okay, this is all desirable stuff. Let me pursue this because this is my area of expertise. I mean, this is what I've invested tons of energy and time into. And very much the man who's invested 10 years into solving a problem that Ford talked about in his book. And now I'm looking to bring this solution to market and bring all the solutions to market so I can continue researching my own health problems and optimizing my health for the rest of my life so I don't die from insomnia because this shit sucks. And by creating a company around this, I'm allowed to continue to research this, continue to benefit from my research, and make that benefit available to you guys as well. I think that that's a beautiful thing, and I think that that also allows me to get my message out there. And it's ultimately just a message of, like, your problems are opportunities to bring out the best in yourself, and if you do that enough and do that to a great degree, then you could discover that those solutions you created are what everyone else needs too. And I think that this ongoing process of doing that and overcoming obstacles is what the United States was founded on and what global freedom is founded on. And if we don't have a healthy, free society, then we're going to have a sick, enslaved society, and that really freaks me out because of the scale of our chemical power at this point. Like, if we poison everything, like, it's going to be terrible. And I don't think we need to poison everything. I think that we can turn everything around. So that's what this company is. I'm like, I think that we can, like, I'm looking at the obese population, like cancer rates rising, autoimmune conditions rising. Like, I'm one of them. I've been obese. I've been all autoimmune issues. My dad's got cancer. My grandmother has cancer. My dad's had a heart attack. I want to keep my family alive. I want to prevent my kids from having these issues. I want to make sure, like, I can't even guarantee that the stuff stays out of the food, so I'm trying to produce as much of myself so I can guarantee that. And building that will gain the message out to make sure that people always have access to the highest quality stuff, including myself. So, be the change you want to see in the world. And this is a little insight into how I'm going to do that while optimizing my sleep. And I just want to share all this with you guys because it's going to be interesting and you'll learn a lot about business. If you want to learn how to start your own business, that's another thing too. Like, I want to use myself as a explorer into this new world of business and communication we find ourselves in. So you can watch me and you can say, like, like, how is this guy approaching business? How can I approach business? What does it all mean? I think these are all great questions, and I hope this has been engaging for you. If it has, leave a comment below and I might respond to it in a future video. Done.